What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Jack Sonic, Eat Vegetables NYC. I'm out here with my friend Rick. We're out here at Humble Hill Farm. How you doing, Rick?
I'm doing all right. How you doing?
I'm well. You got a gorgeous place out here. It's great to be out here.
Thanks, man. Glad you could make it.
Yeah, thanks. So, why don't you tell us all a little bit about your farm, what you do over here?
We're pretty much a vegetable farm, and then we do some fruits and herbs. We're kind of small scale, but we're slowly scaling up, kind of taking baby steps. Maybe moving into a little more of an orchard, producing like hard cider or something like that. But yeah, right now it's mostly the vegetables. Our biggest ones are garlic, potatoes, carrots, onions, and then we do like little bits of pretty much everything else. And we're raising a family out here, trying to raise them healthy and in a clean place and everything. 6 kids. Keeps us pretty busy.
So, how did you end up starting this farm?
Well, it's a funny story. I got into farming through music.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I used to play reggae music, amongst other things, and ended up going to Jamaica to check out the music scene. But the music scene there was more in the cities, where it was kind of like fussy and noisy and, a lot of negative kind of stuff going on. So I escaped to the country. And when I got out to the country, pretty much everybody farms, out of necessity. And it's like permaculture everywhere. They have fruits and herbs and spices and vegetables and animals and pretty much everything. So it was a real eye-opening experience, to see it all and to also eat, food. Like we would go to somebody's house who was way out in the bush and eat food where everything came from his farm, like everything. The store is so far away, it's not really an option to go out to the store to get anything. So you have to be a little more self-sufficient. And then I met one farmer in particular there who married a woman from Vermont, and he moved to Vermont. And so I started visiting him up there, and I kind of got to see, him doing that in our climate also. I got to see first the tropical climate, it has its own set of things that you deal with. But then I saw him in Vermont, which has a very short season. But it was just kind of grew on me. I kept going and kept kind of getting vegetables from him. Every time I come back, I'd load up my car, with a box of this and a box of that. And it just kind of grew on me from there, and I decided it was something that I wanted to do.
That's awesome. Yeah. So what has the process been like over the years? Is there any what's kind of the history of Humble Hill Farm, or anything big that you've learned or that you want to share?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of things, but generally it's just moderation, like trying to pace yourself, trying not to burn out, to try to envision, sustaining the farm, like not getting too big, that you go out of business getting too big, or being too small that you can't, make a living, but trying to find something kind of in the middle. And it's been, a trial and error process for us, for sure. I'm also trying to streamline the amount of crops that I grow, because sometimes I grow too many different things, and that can be difficult. So I'm trying to, grow more of less crops all the time. And yeah, it's just trying to fit into like this modern time that we live in. There's all this stuff going on, and there's like development in a lot of the nice places and cities are being built up, and trying to figure out like how a farm can fit in, and not get carried away by all that, but still maintain. I mean, also for me, part of it, farming in general, was just learning. Like I learned a lot of things from older farmers, and then passing that on to the younger generation, because a lot of this stuff is not in textbooks. It's not in colleges and universities. There's an amazing wealth of information from the older farmers that came before me that I learned from, and I would like to be able to pass it on, to the younger kids, because I think it's really going to come in handy in the future when things are rough, and food might be more scarce. We kind of take it for granted sometime in this country, our food supply, but in the future, it could be different. So some of the youth need to learn, I think, some of these things,
Yeah, definitely.
how to do it. Yeah, and that's one other thing I love about farming too, is that you never learn everything. You know,
Mhm.
that there's always more to learn,
Yeah.
and there's always a different way. There isn't just one way to do
Mhm.
it or do things. There's always, you know, different ways for different places and different people.
Yeah, that's wonderful, and that's a really great reason and message. You know, it's great to hear that. Yeah, that kind of leads into. I was gonna ask, what are your favorite parts about farming, and you know, what are, you know, not, it doesn't have to be just one, but the things that inspire you or you look forward to about farming.
Well, the favorite parts are probably, you know, originally like watching the kids eat stuff.
Hmm.
That's, yeah, like whenever I bring stuff to the wash table, especially carrots, you know, they come running, you know, wanting carrot after carrot, and they eat, you know, the berries quite a bit, and they eat, you know, like everything. So that's nice to see, you know, how much they like it, you know, when it's fresh like that. Same thing at market, you know, that's another, definitely one of the best parts at market. Not only you get appreciation for what you do, but you know, you see that people really enjoy, you know,
Hmm.
the taste, you know, of the
Hmm.
things that you are producing. Um, and then harvesting is probably another one of the
Hmm.
funnest
Yeah.
parts, you know, when you have like a really nice big
Yeah.
crop of something, you know, going out there and bringing it in is, yeah, that's really nice. And yeah, I guess those are the main things, you
Yeah.
know. Again, market, you
Uh-huh.
know, yeah, after you've been working hard all week and you go down to market, you get a little social time and
Hmm.
a little appreciation for what you do. It's nice. Yeah, many of my customers, you know, I'm sure you know because you did market for
Yeah.
so long, have been customers for a long time.
Uh-huh.
Some of them over 10 years, you know,
Uh-huh.
so they're more than just customers. They're like real friends and
Yeah.
close to family too.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, no, yeah, that's really important stuff, and yeah, it's always great seeing you at the farmers
Yeah,
market. You
you
know,
too, man. You
yeah,
too.
huh, yeah,
You help lift my spirits
yeah,
sometimes
huh, yeah.
when I'm
Likewise,
down a little bit, you know.
of course, yeah, of course, man. You know, we do it for each other, man.
Yeah.
I'm saying, yeah. So I'm saying, man, you know, it's really great. You know, it's been so wonderful seeing your farm, and you know, getting to talk to you and hear your story. Is there anything else you wanna, you know, tell the world, or you know, any other message you have?
Uh, I don't know, tell the world. That's kind of big, but I would say, you know, just keep in mind that like money isn't everything, you know, and that some of the best things in life are still free. And so, you know, like we don't really do this for money, you know. I mean, some people can make a lot of money from it, you know, but that wasn't the original reason, you know. So sometimes you have to do things, you know, for other reasons too, and keep it in balance with the money, you know, and just the work ethic, you know. A lot of people nowadays, they kind of want to try to figure out how to like get around work, especially like manual labor or something like that. But I think that kind of work builds character in a certain way, you know, in a certain part of character that people need, you know, and maybe
Hmm.
don't have as much as
Hmm.
they could use. So yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Well, thank you so much. It's
Thank
great
you.
to see you. Keep up the wonderful work, man.
You too.
It's great to be out here.
All right.
All right,
Eat
thanks.
Veg NYC.
Yeah, eat
Big up
vegetables, baby.
every time.
Every
Peace.
time, humble here.